Trust guests have a moment, time now to crown the biggest brain, and this is why this person's the biggest brain today, because she cited a study. Neither one of you two guys had any sort. You didn't have a study. And then this is what I most enjoyed: when you posed a question, you took my job.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, after 3 hours, it was kind of refreshing, and she was like, "Hey, let's talk about Marco Rubio."
It was a hard question too. We were kind of looking around. We were stumbling a little bit.
And in classic Perry and Robert Costa fashion, they didn't answer the question. But Angela Rye is our biggest brain. We don't actually have the brain trophy, but you do get your 60 minutes.
60 seconds, right?
Oh, 60 seconds.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. That's why you're the biggest brain.
Like really.
There's your camera. Have at it.
The battle to ensure the strengthening of immigration policy is not just a Latino issue. It is an American issue. Immigration is an American issue because even when history demonstrates we don't start right, we have the wherewithal to end right. Immigration is an American issue because our children, some of them dreamers, have provided us with answers. Immigration is an American issue because our economy depends on it. Immigration is an American issue because our borders and ports of entry must be protected. For these reasons and so many more, immigration is more than a policy challenge. It's much more than a political challenge. Just as it has in the past, immigration will challenge the very ideals we sing about in our national anthem. It will challenge our allegiance to the American flag. It will challenge how we define American and demand that we stretch, that we grow, that we evolve to ensure that American continue to apply to all that desire a better way of life. I have a dog in this fight for sure. My desire is to see us continue to grow in diversity so we aren't just worried about reflecting the face of America in our places of work, worship, and institutions of higher learning, but rather the faces, the ideals, and the people reflect the world. It is patriotic for us, we the people, to ensure that solutions to our growing immigration challenges are nothing short of comprehensive.
Angela, that was pretty good. You've done this before.
I have not.
No? You did very well. Congratulations. You did much better than these two have been.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
Teamwork.
How would you characterize the immigration debate so far? And based on the legislation that has been introduced, how would you characterize it?
Well, first, it's very clear that both sides of both chambers have been working very diligently for a long time. I'm hopeful that this is the one thing that will carry us, that'll be a part of the president's legacy, because gun control certainly has not been it, and also hopeful that it isn't broken up into pieces, as Perry talked about earlier.
And does it have to contain a path to citizenship for it to be considered successful?
Absolutely.
Sure. From the president's perspective, at least, I'm not sure from someone's.
Perhaps from your own personal perspective it does, but we're in divided government, and I sat down with Bob Goodlatte, who's the chairman of the Judiciary Committee this week, and he said he will break up the bill, and he's going to try to do E-Verify alone, border security alone, break it all up into pieces, and maybe in divided government that's the most you can get.
Let's pivot here. Let's end on a high note. Let's end on something we can all agree on. The White House Correspondents' Dinner tonight. I know a number of you are going to all of you are going to either the dinner and or one of the parties. And I've been struck by some of the backlash, if you will. Dana Milbank was here with us earlier, biting his tongue as much as he could. I'm sure you read the piece that he wrote yesterday. My friend and mentor, Tom Brokaw, has basically said that the Correspondents' Dinner has become pretty much a joke in some respects. But one of the things about Brokaw's criticism, he wasn't criticizing the fact that there are celebrities there. It was the quality of the celebrity. He's like, he rails against Lindsay Lohan, but then holds up, George Clooney and some of the other A-listers as model celebrities. Has the dinner itself become, has it become a little outdated?
Perhaps. National Review's having a party there with the nation, so it's a bipartisan event. It's also my first White House Correspondents' Dinner, so I'm going to hold my judgment for now.
National Review is having a dinner with
the nation.
Wow.
Yes. Cool. We can have some agreement in this country, or at least we can share some drinks.
That's going to be a very interesting party.
One thing that's sad from some of my colleagues I've heard is a lot of the White House correspondents, or at least political correspondents, can't go themselves. The news organization, takes seats away from reporters and the people who actually cover the president and gives them to celebrities. That part I know reporters are not the most obligate people in the world, but in that sense it's not great.
And you've got managers and bosses who are sitting at the tables.
I love managers and bosses. so they can go to the chorus. That's okay, but just celebrities.
Is this your first year?
This is my first year doing anything correspondence related, so I'm excited. I think that at least people are coming together, so at least, you know, maybe that'll help inside the Beltway with all the banter and the fighting.
And I've said before that there are very few things that bring us all together: food, music, and generally alcohol and sports, depending on which city that you're in. So you'll have a few of those tonight. One of the criticisms has also been the $100,000 raised in scholarships, because if they were really serious, they could probably generate a lot more than the $100,000. So I'm sure someone's emailing and tweeting right now about that. So we're going to leave it there. Angela, congratulations. Biggest brain.
Thank you.
That was better than a cookie, wasn't it? Perry Bacon Jr., Robert Costa, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And thanks to you as well for spending a good chunk of your Saturday afternoon with us. And again, I'll be back live from right here in Washington, D.C. tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. I will not be at the dinner, but I will be in a tuxedo for our special coverage of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. President Obama's annual chance to take aim at the White House press corps should be pretty fun. Conan O'Brien will be there. There will undoubtedly be a joke about NBC. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. And again, tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern, I'll be back here on MSNBC as well from New York City. Have yourselves a fantastic Saturday night.